What's up, y'all? This is yours truly, the Mind of Mine, back with instant reaction for Power Ghosts, episode 6, Good versus Evil. Now, it's a lot of things that happen in this episode, right? And for one, I finally think I figured out why we have these teachers and why Tariq is in college and why we actually care about any of these things. It's because they usually are the center of the episode title. Like, if you think about it, going back, the topics that they discuss in the class are kind of usually what the episode is kind of centered around. So I guess that's the purpose, because beyond that, I could care less about what's going on in the schoolwork, besides light skin Keisha, because she's kind of like a real bright spot to the show. Like, I like light skin Keisha on the show, and I hope her role expands. But let's get into the episode, you dig? So, as we look back on the first half of the season, man, we see Davis and Sax teaming up, right? And it kind of, seems fishy. And it seems even more fishy in this episode. Like, what's the true motive? And I think we kind of see that Davis is playing Sax. Like, Davis is kind of playing Sax, I think. But in a way that Sax still thinks he's going along with the plan. I don't think Sax is kind of privy to Davis playing him yet. I think he gets it, but I don't think he really gets it yet. Like, he knew Davis messed over him, but I don't think he think Davis is totally out on the fact to get Tariq yet. And I'm not sure if I'm out totally on the fact that Davis wants to get Tariq out yet. That Tariq out in the clear. Again, Davis's only motive is to win this case. He doesn't have no say-so in Tariq. And we kind of peep Tasha noticing these things. Like, Tasha is kind of like, wait, why is Too Big here? Like, why is Tariq being brought up? Like, she's noticing these small things. And that's why she asked Tariq later in the episode, like, does Davis know anything about you? Like, and he like, nah, but not knowing that, Zach has this clip of him at the graveyard and stuff like that. So that's gonna be very interesting. Kind of see. I think they're gonna eventually be trying to play each other, but Davis is kind of has the one up right now. But I don't really know what his motive is yet either. Like, I don't know if he wants to. I don't know what he wants yet. So that's gonna be kind of interesting to see what happens with that narrative of him and Tariq. So now let's take a look at the Tariq clan versus the Tasha clan. So the Tariq clan, I guess, is Tariq and Braden. And we can see the effects of last episode coming into... Stop. Go with me, ho. We see Braden become Tommy this episode. Like, we see the Tommy shift. And if this guy can be our Tommy. And I think Braden pulls it off greatly. I think he wants this. Like, he got in that call back with Kane after the incident, and he just like, man, like he got to Tariq. No, he got to Kane, and it's so close to Kane, and I don't know if that's on purpose, but we'll probably get back to that in the episode. But he got in there, he was like, dang, it's like a relief. Like, I got to earn my own money, man. Like, this is something different. Like, I ain't have to rely on nobody. I went out there and got it on my own, and that gives me that Tommy vibe. And he went out there and he did what he had to do. And I think he's going to be a reliable sidekick for Tariq down the road. Now, he talked a little bit too much because, Kane, he gave it away. He basically got him in trouble, him and his brother. He said too much too early on, but he kind of held it down after that. And speaking of Tariq is just, this wasn't a big, I guess, Tariq heavy episode. This is more so the revolving parts around Tariq and what's going on around Tariq, to me, in a sense of this episode, because we saw Tariq, of course, but we saw a lot of Braden, we saw a lot of Sax, Davis, we saw a lot of the Tejada family. So we saw more so the surrounding parts of Tariq this episode versus heavily centered on him, which is a good thing, I think. Because, I've been saying for the long part in the first half, I was like, when is Tariq's world going to come kind of crashing down on him? Everything to me was going too well. And we kind of see it now. It's kind of like the revolving things around Tariq are not going as well as he set them up to be, as well as he think they are going. So, interesting one up for the Tariq clan. And, Braden, watch your girl, because she gonna end up getting herself killed. Moving on to the Tejada family. Like, Mary J. Blige's character Monet, she is kind of fighting for control. Like, she wants to be in. It's weird because the same thing she kind of sees in Kane, she kind of sees. I kind of see in her. Like, Kane kind of wants to step up, but he's not being allowed to, and she kind of wants to step up as well, and really doesn't have the ability to as well because as far as everybody else feels, and even she knows, Lorenzo is in control. Like, from behind the jail, he's still running everything. But taking a look at them, she has a firm grip on the daughter and Drew. But Kane, man, Kane. When you think of Kane, you think of Cain and Abel, man. And what did Kane do? Kane killed. And, you know, I don't know if it's a play on words for his name or anything, but, you know, it's just rather interesting kind of seeing his character just kind of go off the leash. He could have got them in a lot of trouble this episode, like just kind of making reckless decisions, going off something that you think you believe, but you had no clear knowledge of. Like, you went to Tyreek to check him because you think he smashed your sister, and he didn't. Like, he didn't even smash your sister. And then you didn't got involved with the Westons, which Braden them got money. So, you know, one slip up there could have put them in the Tejadas in a big land of trouble. Now, I think this is the start of we're going to see the rebellion of Kane. Like, we're going to see, like, him kind of on a leash now. Like, he's going to feel, I think after this episode, he's going to feel like, I got to go get it on my own. Like, he got to go start his own business if he ever wants to be the top dog, because I think his mama put him in check, like, you are number two. And then when he tried to get reassurance from his father, nah, I run this. Like, and then if you ever put hands on my wife, like, this is what happens. Like, even though that's your mom, like, that's still my wife. Don't play with me. Don't play with what's mine. I think that was savage by Lorenzo. Like, and I knew it was coming. I just saw it in his face. Like, this nigga really just put his hands on my wife. And he tried to go behind her and go talk to him first, but he already knew what happened. So, you know, I think this is gonna be him on that. This is gonna be, that's kind of gonna be his letting loose card now, like where you see him just kind of wilding out a bit because he wants to be a top dog, and he I don't know if he got it in him yet, and I think they know that too. I think they know their kids and who could do it. And I don't think he got it, but I think we about to see him kind of off the leash, and that's gonna be a problem for the Tejadas, and it's gonna be a problem for Tyreek, as well. Tyreek got a lot of stuff going on, and he don't even realize it. A lot going on. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this season further goes. I think this was kind of just a bring you back episode, getting a wide view, and we'll get more in depth with different things as we go on. My predictions, man, Tyreek's not going to jail. I'm thinking Sax and Davis are going to play each other for a while. Tasha is going to get out of jail. But I think she's going to get more involved with this Lorenzo stuff as well. Like, I kind of see them getting involved. I kind of feel like they should know each other through this game. I feel like Ghost should know Lorenzo. But Lorenzo has also been in jail for 10 years. So it's very interesting to see that Lorenzo's still running things and he's been in jail for 10 years. But it's going to be also interesting to see if that ties together somehow. And Drew, control your hormones, man, you know. About to get yourself busted up by your moms. And we didn't see Zeke this episode either, man. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see the rest of these 4 episodes. But Power usually does a good job the first season. Already been renewed for 2. And I'm waiting to still see how Ghost comes back into the picture. It is. So that's it, your boy. I'm out of my instant recap. Yeah,